I think we can all agree that Jahmyr Gibbs was like way more dynamic, bigger, stronger, faster than I think we all anticipated. He looked the part right from the start. So how is he going to be used against the Seahawks? Ben Johnson came out, said a few words. I'll get to that in just a second. But here's what Dan Campbell had to say. First, we'll look at first I want to look at just kind of generally how he did. So he had 19 offensive snaps. Montgomery was in there 55. But out of those 19 snaps, he got 9 touches, 60 yards, 6 missed tackles. I mean, just perfect. And I think, yeah, we all would have liked to see him more, but I think his first NFL game against the Kansas City Chiefs on the road, I think it was just a perfect way to use him, get him acclimated, see if he's the part, and he is. So Dan Campbell said Gibbs is, and by the way, this is coming from Pride of Detroit article. Shout out to them. They do a great job. Gibbs is pretty electric, and he's only going to get better. He's going to he's going to get a bigger piece of the pie as we move forward. And I love what he said here. We really don't want to overload any of these guys. I think it's important you're going to let them get the feel for what it's going to be like. That's the first one. Let's go in, make sure these guys have been around here. The guys have been taking a load for us that we've been in games with, and they get a bigger load. So he's talking about the guys that have just been around, that have played, second year guys, been in the system, whatever it is. But now it's clear, and Dan Campbell's saying it, like we're going to get him the ball more, right? So for Gibbs, he'll begin to get more touches now. That was just the beginning last night. Perfect. And then Ben Johnson was asked about it as well. And Ben Johnson said, yeah, like he's going to get more touches. We're going to put him and Montgomery. He loves the combination. He said, well, they're going to be on the field at the same time. And also, Gibbs is just going to get more touches out of the backfield. So I think it's perfect. I don't think he's not your workhorse back that you want in there every play. Not at all. He's your piece that defenses need to know when he comes in, there's something going on. So I'm going to show you some plays that I think we'll see more of here in just a second. But I think, what was I going to say? Shoot. All right, let's just go to the footage. Let's just check it out. I was just going to say Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be using the passing game more, I think. And I think it's a perfect way to use him. So if you look at a couple of his plays, this was the one that this is his second run, but the first run in which you were like, oh, okay. Oh, shoot. He comes outside, explosive, makes a guy miss. Boom. I mean, that guy, he drilled him, and it didn't even phase him. And then maybe we forgot about this one, but this is where the Lions are going in. We ultimately score here to St. Brown on the next play, but Jahmyr Gibbs is going to come down here and bounce it outside so well, but it just doesn't bounce. Let's check it out. Oh, shoot. Maybe you're not seeing this on screen. Oh, man. Hold on. All right, let's try it again. They must be blocked. All right, that's okay. So there was the run where Jahmyr Gibbs, it was like his third run. He took it in. Remember, he was going to go bounce it outside for a touchdown, and he tripped. That was a touchdown. Dang it. But that's okay. We score on the next play. He is going to be lined up more in the slot. There's going to be things where he's such a natural pass catcher. And that's what Jared Goff said about him and Laporta. Natural pass catchers. You know who wasn't a natural pass catcher? Was like Brandon Pettigrew. Every time he caught the ball, it was it didn't look like he caught it very well. It was never just a solid hand catch. It was into his body, the thing's fumbling around. I mean, how many times did people literally just take the ball from him? Like, oh my gosh. So anyway, St. Brown and Jared Goff both mentioned how Sam Laporta catches the ball every time with his hands, strong, out in front of him, and last minute too. So it's not, you see that with kids, but like, all right, throw me the ball. I'm ready. I've got my hands ready. But a pro athlete of his caliber, it's just boom, right at the last second. He doesn't even have his hands up. And that's great because the defender doesn't know. It looks like he's just playing. The next thing you know, bang. Amon-Ra said he's jealous of Sam Laporta's hands like that. And he also compared it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs, just natural pass catcher. Anywhere it goes to him, he's going to come down with it. So that is, I mean, it's huge. It's huge to have again, we keep talking about it, but you got Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs on the offensive side that are just so special, and then Jack Campbell and Brian Branch, who looked the part and were right in there. So sorry that the video clips wouldn't play, but I had 3 or 4 of them that were going to show this guy's dynamic. He can line up in the slot, shotgun. You're going to find ways to get him the ball, and he's a guy that I don't like the bubble screen type sideline to sideline stuff as much anymore. I thought it was a good thing for a while, especially in college. Like, get the ball out there, let your playmakers try to make one guy miss, take it to the house type stuff. But it's shown defenses are more ready for that, and they can combat it, and they're more aggressive. Corners are ready for that stuff. So I don't love it. But with Jahmyr Gibbs, I think there's ways you can motion him and use him in bubble screens and different things. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments on the prediction or on your thoughts on the score of this game. I think it's setting up to really get past this Seahawks team. Remember, the Seahawks have beat us the last 5 times we've played them. Not only did they beat us, but they've scored almost 50 points each time. One of the times they did score 50 points. They knocked us out of playoff games. It's just been, gosh, every time you play the Seattle Seahawks, seems like most of the time it's here, and they just come in and they beat us. But I think the combination of the crowd, the Seattle Seahawks injuries, and also, by the way, the Seattle Seahawks in their last 10 games are 7-3. They started off really hot last year, and they faded down the stretch, and they snuck into the playoffs by winning their last 2 games against Baker Mayfield and, like a backup to 49ers, 49ers had like Trey Lance in there or something. So it's not like they're just this awesome team. They're really good, talented, but they've been struggling a little bit. Now they have to come across the country to play the Lions at would be 10 a.m. their time in front of a crowd with a bunch of people in ski masks. It's going to be like, what is going on in here? So I think it's to the Lions' advantage. I think the Lions are going to really just run the ball, stay patient, and just let the crowd and the defense do work. And the defense is so much improved. I mean, oh my gosh, you saw that against Patrick Mahomes, and he's got weapons. I mean, but they weren't, running free and just tearing us up. It was just, we gave up some stuff, but man, the secondary is just so much improved. Brian Branch, CJ Gardner-Johnson, there's 2 guys right there. I mean, Tracy Walker really didn't play a whole lot just because Brian Branch was in there. I mean, it's crazy. So we've got depth now. We've got pieces if we need it, but the secondary looks good. The Lions are going to win this game. No question. Just no question in my mind. I think the Lions win it 27-20. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.